Once again, the communication process is broken down. You on drugs? What'd you say? I don't like your attitude.
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
All rise and like, subscribe, and bang the gavel, baby.
All rise, even if it's early on a damn weekend Saturday. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Here we go, children. Zoom court on the weekend. That's right. We've got a packed house here in Georgia. Hopefully everybody's doing great today. I know I'm doing fantastic, as always. He's given instructions right now. The Honorable Judge Axum. We've seen him several times before. Great guy. Seems like a real good dude. But he is letting them all know their rights. And just in a few minutes, we'll go audio live with him so we don't have to sit and listen through everything he's saying. I'll say hello to everybody. I will go for Lisa was the first one here today. I will ask everybody to go ahead and like the video so we can get that out of the way. Captain Happy, I know I'm far too good to you guys. Way too good. Our guy, good to see you. Sergeant Buzzkill is here. The weather has turned very cool here, as it sounds like, at a lot of places today. But, you know, what can we say? We're going to have to go ahead and jump over here to the courtroom. I will not be saying a lot. And if I have something to say, I'll try to keep it to a minimum. We're here to enjoy these findings. But yeah, I'm glad to see everybody's here. Mikey's here, JG's here. Take and roll. When do you see Bobby? Jules is here. Looks like everybody's here. You seen a story about Judge Kim having parties in his chambers? I mean, I would too if I was the judge. I'm running things. Looks like we're about ready. Let's go ahead and hand it over to Judge Axum.
All right. In that case, we will start with Miss Skew.
Boom. Perfect timing.
All right. All right, Mrs. Skew, you are charged in warrants 22W005280 and 22W005279 with family violence, battery, and cruelty to children in the third degree. Do you understand those charges against you? Okay. Miss Askew, how long have you lived in Georgia?
I'm my life.
Okay. What do you do for work?
Okay, AutoZone
You supposed to be there this morning?
at 12.
Okay.
You ain't gonna make it.
Do you have any dependents or children that live with you?
I have 4.
And they all live with you?
Gotta turn them up just look at
Deputies, what day are we doing?
April 25th?
April 25th?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So early, I know.
Miss Askew, I've looked at your criminal history. It does not appear that you have any criminal history. So I am going to grant a bond. Your bond is going to be $1,500. Hang on. going to be $1,500 on count 1
She got more than one
and
count.
$500 on count 2
And
for
$10
a
million.
total of $2,000.
She got 4 kids.
You do have special conditions. I'm going to go over those with you. Just give me 1 second.
Apparently, she beat one of them. If you notice, they always tend to do the women first. Probably because there's so few of them.
Your special conditions are going to require that you have no violent contact with Amber. You also are going to attend a stopping domestic violence seminar on April 25th as directed by the deputies. No violent contact means you can't argue with her, you can't threaten her, you can't get in her face and jump at her.
Jump at her.
All of that is violent contact. And if you were to do it, you'd be in violation of this order. Do you understand? Now, once you've signed your special conditions, that will conclude your hearing.
That'll be 200. 200. She's got to be to work at 12. She's definitely probably not going to make it.
All right.
So good on my end, Judge.
Okay.
Out of nowhere. There's one big dude right here. Oh, big boy.
All right. We should have Miss Clark next. All right, Miss Clark. Ms. Clark, you're charged in warrant 22W005260 with family violence battery. Do you understand that charge against you?
Okay.
All right. Ms. Clark, tell me how long you've lived in Georgia.
Like 25 years.
Okay. What do you do for work?
41 customer service.
Do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
How many?
2 living with me.
Yes, they do, James. We have to arraign the people that are arrested on.
All right. I've looked at your criminal history, Ms. Clark. You don't have any criminal history that I can see. So I am going to grant you bond. It's going to be a $2,000 bond. You do have special conditions. There's to be no violent contact with Mr. Brian Clark.
Beat her
You are
husband.
going to attend that class on April 25th, the Stopping Domestic Violence Seminar. Once you have signed those special conditions, that will conclude your hearing.
Yeah, Monday would be too late. You know, it's not like the movies are like, boy, you got to spend the night in jail. The judge is already gone for the day. Wow. What a nice guy.
It's so good on my end, Judge.
All right, thank you. Ms. Davis.
No problem, James.
All right.
Joe, good morning.
Ms. Davis, you're charged in warrant 22W005300 with simple assault family violence. Do you understand that charge against you? All
Everybody
right.
loving to fight. Everybody getting
How
drunk on
long have
Friday
you lived
night.
in Georgia, Miss Davis?
All my life.
Okay, what do you do for work?
Medic.
You do what?
Medic.
Did she say she was a dentist?
Any children that live with you?
Four.
How many?
No children that live with me.
No children.
I saw Joe. Hallelujah. I was just waiting for him to stop talking. Thank you so much, Joe. You're too good to us, brother. Thank you. We appreciate all the support. We need it. I would love to watch some of those. If you guys ever run across a courtroom, send it over. We'd love to, we have about 200 saved up, but it's really, you never know who's going to be doing what when.
All right. So,
Sounds like it.
Ms. Davis, I looked at your criminal history. It does not appear that you have one. But going forward, your special conditions are very similar. You're going to attend the Stopping Domestic Violence seminar on April 25th. You're not to have any contact with Danya Davis. Do you understand that? Okay.
I don't know how is credit a job.
So
She said
no
one word.
contact. You also, if you own a weapon, you're going to turn that weapon over. Any firearms, you've got to turn those over to the sheriff until the conclusion of this case. Do you understand that? All right. And because you cannot have any contact with Miss Davis, you get one trip to remove your personal possessions, and you've got to do that with a sheriff. Do you understand?
Yes.
So she was living with a woman she beat up.
So your bond is $2,500. It's a regular bond. And I think that those cover all the conditions. Once you've signed those special conditions, that will conclude your hearing.
I'm a dentist and I'm punching people. If she said dentist,
It's a good on my end, Judge.
I would not
All
want
right,
her to be
thank
my
you.
dentist.
Miss
Beat
Jernigan,
people up.
all right, Miss Jernigan, you are charged in warrant 22W005259 with family violence battery. Do you understand that charge? I didn't hear you. Did you understand that charge?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Miss Jernigan, tell me how long you've lived in Georgia.
All my life.
What do you
Represent.
do for work?
UPA.
All right, how long have you done that work?
14 years.
Oh,
Okay.
14 years. At least she's consistent.
Any children?
Yes, I got 4.
Do they live with you?
Yes.
All right. I've looked at your criminal history. Doesn't appear to have one. Ms. Jernigan, I am going to grant a bond. It's going to be $2,000. It's a regular bond.
A lot of these,
You
I
do have special
guarantee,
conditions. You're going to have to attend the Stopping Domestic Violence seminar
drinking and fighting. I guarantee.
on April 25th. And you're not to have any violent contact with the alleged victim in this case. Trayvon Jernigan. You understand?
Yes.
And once you've signed your special conditions, that will conclude your hearing.
Isaac Yankem, one of the worst dentists and worst wrestling gimmicks of all time. All time. But at least he became Kane. I mean, that's all that matters. He was also fake Diesel. So, what can you say about that?
It's a good on my end, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Carter.
Every judge has their own little set of pet peeves. They really do.
All right, we're going back up to the top of the calendar, Mr. Ali.
Top of the
Muhammad.
charts.
Water.
Good morning.
Mr. Ali's a pretty tall dude, too. He's a tall drink of water.
Give me 1 second. Let's see.
One.
Yes.
Yeah, one more female.
Two.
Okay. We can, if Mr. Ali, have a seat. Let me do this last email. Is that Miss Alexander?
And also another one.
Okay. Yeah, let me finish them. I'll go in and do those.
There's two females,
hang
Your
on.
Honor. We confuse
All
these
right.
people's genders. All right, it
So,
happens.
hang on 1 second. Mr. Carter, have you sent me over those citations already?
Not yet, Judge. Let me double check.
Okay.
I'll send it to you right now. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Judge Axum is one of the most patient judges you'll ever see on here. I've rarely seen him get fired up. All right, we finished with all the women. 2 women left in there.
All right. Miss Alexander.
Yes, sir.
All right. You are charged in citations 2215, 2443, and 4567. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 citations.
Oh,
Speeding, improper stop, driving on a suspended license, DUI, and open container. Do you understand those charges against you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me, how long have you lived in Georgia?
About 7 months now.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I have 2 employers, full-time employer for Pruitt Health as a forklift operator during the
Forklift
day, and fleet tribe, truck and trailer parks, also as a forklift operator during the night.
Sure, it's day and night as a forklift operator for 2 different places.
Do you have any children?
No, sir.
Alcohol gets people in trouble the most. Loud, good to see.
And who do you live with?
I live with my permanent, you didn't name? No, okay.
All right. I've looked at your criminal history. It does not appear that you have one, Miss Alexander. I'm going to grant a bond. It's going to be $3,000. You're going to get an unsecured judicial release on the speeding and the improper stop. On the next 3, suspended license, it's going to be $500. On the DUI, it's $2,000, and on the open container, it's $500. All right. There are no special conditions of your bond, so that concludes your hearing.
Thank you.
We have a Trinae King.
Trinae King. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Maybe she needed a couple of drinks after the long day of forklifting all day long. She was already had a
Okay.
suspended license, probably from a prior DUI. So she may have a drinking problem. Slight one, though. Just a slight one. Forklifting. Very stressful work. The other thing is stressful hanging out with you guys. No, I'm kidding. If you would do us a favor, please share this wherever you're at. I know you get tired of hearing me say that, but that's the only way people will find out that we're here. Thank you, and yada.
All right, Miss King.
Yes.
All right, Miss King, you are charged in warrant 22W005297 with carrying a weapon, concealed weapon. You understand that charge against you?
Pew pew. She had the pew pew. That's a weird charge nowadays. I mean, just like, where were you at that you got caught with this?
All right. Miss King, how long have you lived in Georgia?
For 12 years,
And what do you do for work?
I dance
Okay. And how long have you been doing that?
for about 3 or 4 years now.
She dances,
Since
baby.
2019.
So do I.
Okay.
She dances for a living.
Well, until the conclusion of this case, you're not to carry a firearm, and you're not to possess a firearm. Do you
I wonder where she
understand that?
had it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Your bond is going to be $1,000. It's a regular bond, and that is the only special condition. Any firearms that you have in your possession need to be turned over to the sheriff.
Yes, sir.
She's a private dancer, dancing for money. Good morning. Good to see you, Amy.
And Miss King, I did look at your criminal history. I guess I should, I did consider that in setting your bond.
Exotic.
I'll just share it with you. 2011, you had a theft by shoplifting. These are your convictions. You had a violation of probation in 2013. 2016, battery and family violence, criminal trespass. And then there is a pending case out of Kentucky in 2019, careless driving, marijuana, and
Oh my
possession of
God.
stolen property.
Oh my God. She's been
But that
busy.
concludes your hearing if you've signed your special conditions. So yes, that concludes your hearing.
Thank you.
All right, I believe that's all the females. Is that right?
The dancer had the most old things on her record. She's just been busy.
How you say your name? What's your name? Dr. Caliphat.
Dr. Zells.
Dr. Caliphat.
Dr. Caliphat. Okay.
Can we do Mr. Caliphat?
Caliphat. Next, please.
Okay.
About to bring everybody to the front row.
Vital Austin. Good. Yeah. My
Middleweight. Right there. There you go. Good. Have a seat. You sit right there. There you go. Mm-hmm. All right. I'll have a seat.
That record, she had so many priors.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Caliphat,
Caliphat.
you are charged in warrant 22W005292 with simple battery harm. Do you understand that charge against you?
Yes, sir.
Caliphat, what a great last name. He limbering up. He about to take off running.
All right. Mr. Caliphat, how long have you lived in Georgia?
My whole life.
Okay, what do you do for work?
I'm still looking for it.
Okay.
So unemployed. Still looking.
And who do you live with?
I live with, actually I'm homeless right now. I'm homeless right now.
Okay. I've looked at your criminal history, Mr. Caliphat. 2017, you've got an obstruction. 2018, a battery, and you've got a pending case from September of 2021 for simple assault and criminal trespass. Based on the information I've got, I am going to grant a bond. It's a $2,000 bond. It's a simple battery. It's $2,000 bond. There are no special conditions of your bond. So there's nothing for you to sign, but that concludes your case.
He must have been a little bit of a problem, maybe. That's why he was, that's why they sent him in with his own personal escort. Yeah, he's not going to find one in there. At first, he said he lived at his aunt's house. He's like, I live at my aunt's house. Oh, actually, I'm homeless. So maybe she kicked him.
All right, so we can get back to Mr. Ali.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, Mr. Ali, get back up to your cases. You are charged in 5 counts, starting with warrant 22W005253, failure to stop, driving without a license. Driving without insurance, suspended registration, possession of less than an ounce, and
Ounce of what? Cheese? What do you have?
that last one.
Do you want me to explain it to you, sir?
Less than an ounce of.
And having drugs that were not in their original container.
So
Those are the charges against you. So 5 charges. Do you understand those charges against you?
And he had
Yes,
some
Your Honor.
Lucy's, some Lucy
Okay.
pills. Uh-oh.
So, Mr. Ali, tell me how long you've lived in Georgia.
About 22 years.
All right. And what do you do for work?
I have 2 employments. I'm a valet at the Grand Hyatt in Buckhead, and I'm a valet at the club, in multiple clubs in downtown Atlanta.
He's a double valet. Yeah, I figured maybe it was the weed he had, but he also had the Lucy pills, which there's.
Do you have any children?
No, Your Honor, but I do have dependents on me at home. I have 3 younger siblings who don't have parents who work because they come from Africa. So I help them get through school and everything.
What?
Mr. Ali, I've looked at your criminal history. It looks like 2014, you've got a conviction for driving without a license.
But he's a valet.
You sure that's driving without a license, sir?
Are you sure about that, Judge?
Just telling you what I read.
Are you sure, Judge? Are you really sure? Mr. West, I'm going to hire you as my attorney. I like your thinking. I'm putting you on retainer, Mr. West. I'm the licenseless valet. Mr. West, can you reach up there and fix that ceiling tile above your head? Like right now. Should we ask, like, if you have a valet park your car, like, can I see your license? Make sure you have one. If I just give you my car. James, how's it going? If you're like James, you're over on Facebook. Make sure you give us a like, a share, yada, yada, huda, hada. Court and breakfast. I need some breakfast. I am hungry.
All right.
I want some
So
biscuits.
based on your criminal history, I am going to grant a bond.
You would think.
It's going to be a regular bond. It's going to be $1,500 on count one. It's going to be a UJR. On count 2, 3, and 4, they're going to be $500 each. And count 5 is going to be an unsecured judicial release as well.
They'll
So
see
that
you,
should be
Dan.
$1,500.
Should be.
Um,
I guess not. You would think. Sounds like a pretty.
you do not have any
fancy
special
place.
conditions, so that concludes your hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He seems like a nice guy. Very cordial. Morning. Stumbling, bumbling, fumbling. Glad you're here, Fearless. Just glad you're here. Oh, that sounds terrible. That sounds awful. That sounds like somebody that's on a special diet or something. I don't like the sounds of that. The coffee's fine, but all the Go-Gurt and rice checks? No. I guess so. Maybe they really need, the help.
All right, Mr. Cheeks.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Cheeks. You are charged in warrant 22W005274 with disorderly conduct. Do you understand that charge against you?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cheeks. That should have been the girl's name. That was the dancer. Mrs. Cheeks.
Mr. Cheeks, I'll go on and tell you, I've looked at your criminal history. You do not seem to have one. Tell me how long you've lived in Georgia.
Oh, my whole life. 19 years.
He's only 19 years old.
Okay, what do you do for work?
Currently unemployed. I'm going to school. Going right back to school.
Good for him. He's getting an education.
Who do you live with?
A guy named Jernigan. He's a Stone Mountain. I used to do my
Friend, just a roommate. Okay.
A guy named Evan.
Huh?
I just moved away from my grandma. He's a manager.
Okay. Any children?
No, sir.
All right. I am going to grant a bond. It's going to be $500. It's a regular bond. You're not to return to the McDonald's located at South Stone Mountain in Lithonia Road. You understand that?
Not McDonald's.
Okay. If you return, you will be in violation of this order. You will probably be arrested again.
Yes, sir.
Once you've signed your special conditions, that will conclude your hearing.
Yes, sir.
Kicked out of the McDonald's. At breakfast time is the best time to go to McDonald's. Get your hash brown, maybe one of those cheap sausage McMuffin deals. Slap it on, together. A hack, I think they call that.
Mr. Dindal.
Mr. Dingo.
All right.
And Judge, I'm sorry, before you move on with his previous special luck conditions, the regular boxes are checked.
Okay.
I would love to see that. That sounds like a winner. Morning, Terminator. Tell Aaron we said hi. He wasn't happy. This show is brought to you by McDonald's. You deserve a
There
break
we go.
today. He's loving it. You deserve a break today.
It's there. No, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
The one
All
guy's
right.
wearing a Jurassic Park shirt. They have time to change their clothes. Dingo ate my
Mr.
baby.
Dindal, you're charged in warrant 22W005305303 and 5302 with criminal trespass and simple battery. Do you understand those two charges against you?
Had to let him go. Get him out of here. Joel,
All
thank you
right.
for the stars.
How long have you lived in Georgia?
Hold on.
Okay, what do you do for work?
I'm currently unemployed.
Currently, though.
All right. Have you worked before?
Yes.
Where'd you work previously?
Auburn.
You have any children?
No.
Okay, who do you live with?
And
I'm ready to go. It's going to be a good time. Lots of kids. Lots of fun. Yeah, he looks very young, but I think it could be because he's very small in stature. Slight of build, some would say. He's built like a 10-year-old. That's a good... can he DoorDash it still?
All right. Mr. Dindal, I've looked at your criminal history and it appears that you do not have one. So I am going to grant a bond. It's going to be $2,000 on count 1 and $500 on count 2. You do have special conditions. You're going to attend a stopping domestic violence seminar within 5 days of your release, and you're not to have any violent contact with Betty Dindal. Do you understand that?
yes.
This little dude... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure I could pick him up with one hand. Like, you little rascal, you. Settle down. Betty must be tiny, too.
And once you sign those conditions, that will conclude your hearing.
Community service, I think, would be great, but I don't know. Betty might not be happy with that. And getting back to Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I
It's a good
enjoyed
one,
the first one.
Judge.
All
I
right.
thought it was a good movie. If given the choice between doing like 100 hours of community service or doing 3 days in jail, well, let's say 5 days in jail. Which one do you think is the better one? Community service or 5 days in jail?
All right, Mr. Goodson,
Come on, Your Honor.
You just lied.
good morning.
Sounding good, Judge. I mean,
Mr.
real
Goodson,
good.
you're charged in warrant 22W002925 with simple battery. Do you understand that charge against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell me how long you've lived in Georgia.
All my life.
What do you do for work?
I work for Empire Distributors. Drive a forklift.
Another forklift driver. I think I'm with you, Fearless. I say 5 days in jail because community service, 100 hours of community service doesn't seem like a lot, but it would take a long time.
You have any children?
Especially
I
if you
do. I have
were
3. One that lives
employed.
with me.
Okay. And does Miss Moore live with you as well?
No, sir.
Okay. I've looked at your criminal history. It does not look like you have one. Looks like there may have been some things in the past, but you have no convictions. So, Mr. Goodson, I am going to grant a bond. It's going to be $2,000. It's a regular bond. You do have special conditions. You're not to have any violent contact with Miss Moore and you're going to attend a stopping domestic violence seminar within 5 days of your release. You understand those conditions?
Yes, sir.
So he has been in trouble. He's just never been convicted of anything. So it's a nice.
Once you sign those, that will conclude your hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh yeah, bad.
We had him down for having traffic citations also. Judge.
Oh, does he?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, then hang tight, Mr. Goodson. Let me look at those. Hang on.
Oh, got some more stuff coming your way. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's good on my end, Judge.
All right. So, Mr. Goodson, you're also charged in E04239148495 and 51.
You thought he was going
And
to escape these.
From
No, sir.
those, that is speeding, driving under the influence, open container, and reckless driving. You understand those charges against you?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's quite a busy night. At least he wasn't driving drunk. He may have had an open container, but he didn't blow drunk.
So on those charges, I am going to grant a bond. It's going to be $2,500. There's $500 on count 1, 1,000 on count 2, 500 on 3, and 500 on count 4. And that will conclude your 2 cases that are in front of me today.
You can give me
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Growing up, I played all the games and stuff. Well, he thought he was going to slide on those, but judge got him. Not a single.
Mr. Gray, you're up next.
Welcome to Jurassic Park. Where do you work? I work at the theme parks, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gray, you are charged in warrant 22W005267 with theft by shoplifting. Do you understand that charge against you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting play. I like that move.
It's like a shoplifting charge.
I like his move. Judge wasn't expecting that.
I mean, I had just took like some food.
Right. I don't need you to tell me. Remember, I didn't ask you that. I just wanted to know if you understood the charge. So let me explain to you. It's alleged that on April 8th at approximately 10 a.m. at the Walmart on Gresham Road at 2427 on Gresham Road, that you picked up items in the store, several food items. They did not total more than $500, and then you tried to walk past all the registers and leave the store with those items. That's what it is alleged that you did. So, Mr. Gray, tell me how long you've lived in Georgia.
Food
I
items.
lived in Georgia all my life.
Okay, what do you do for work?
Well, I just do like yard work. I do yards. Like
Landscaping.
work, stuff like that.
I'll help you out. Landscaping, bud. So you tried to walk out with a grocery cart full of food because they
How
said
long have you done that work?
not more than $500.
Probably
So it'd
like
be
like a year now. Or like
bit
probably
more.
like I'd say 6 months. I was doing like retail work. Like I worked at
Walmart.
like Dollar General, stuff like that.
Okay.
I didn't do like it.
You have any children?
No, I don't have no children.
All right. Well, Mr. Gray,
It's like leaned over, holding on.
I am going to grant a bond.
$50.
I've looked at your criminal history, and you've got 2 pending cases for theft by shoplifting. In Georgia, if you continue and you're convicted multiple times for theft by shoplifting, eventually the next time, even though you could shoplift a pack of gum, it's going to be a felony.
Ooh.
Okay. So, and it's based on the number of convictions that you have. Right now, you've got 2 pending cases based on what I'm looking at. One from September of 2021, and another from November of 2021. And now you've got this one. I'm going to grant a bond. I really hope you're paying attention to what I just told you. The bond is going to be $250. It's a regular bond. There are no special conditions, so that will conclude your hearing.
All right.
I like that his play that he's already got 2 pending. Obviously, he's not very good at it. He's not a good shoplifter. He needs to go on a different path. Maybe he needs to get back to, hopefully he cuts grass better than he shoplifts, because now he's already been caught 3 times. Count them 3 times. If he gets convicted on those, then the next time he's getting a felony.
We should have Mr. Lewis next.
Mr. Loomis, have a step up.
All right, Mr. Lewis, you're charged in warrant 22W000761 with simple battery. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right.
He's just pushing that card out. Don't pay me no mind. He's not very creative when it comes to stealing. I'll say that. He's just warming up for the big heist. Is that it, TK? Yeah, he needs to change up. He needs to change it up. He's not good at it. Start at that Dollar General you used to work at. Work yourself up to the Walmart.
All right, Mr. Lewis, how long have you lived in Georgia?
About 30 years.
What do you do for work?
I have 18-wheelers.
How long have you done that?
About 12 years.
All right, and who do you live with?
Currently, I live with just a friend.
Is that Irina?
No, it's not. No longer. No.
Okay.
Oh, I guess Irina wasn't happy with them.
All right. I've looked at your criminal history, Mr. Lewis. Looks like in 2010 you had theft by shoplifting, 2013 theft by shoplifting, and theft by deception. You've got 3 pending cases, as best as I can tell, from April of 2021. You've got a family violence battery and a criminal trespass. In October of 2021, you've got criminal trespass and obstruction. And then another October 21, you've got a family violence battery. So, Mr. Lewis, at this time, I am, based on those pending family violence battery charges, I'm not going to grant a bond on this charge here. You'll have a chance to speak with an attorney, and they will probably ask for another hearing very quickly. Okay? But that concludes your hearing for today.
Thank you.
18 wheels and a dozen roses. It sounds like he's a chronic criminal, and we're not even going to let him out. He's beating people. He's stealing. Just have a seat, bud. Loud of us. You take care, buddy.
All right, Mr. McDuffie. All right, Mr. McDuffie, you are charged in warrant 22W004561 with criminal trespass. Do you understand that charge against you?
Yes.
Good to see you, Tasty.
All right, Mr. McDuffie, tell me how long you've lived in Georgia.
42 years.
What do you do for work?
Electrician.
Electrician.
And how long have you done that work?
24 years.
All right.
That's a good job.
Who do you live with?
I live by myself.
Shisha, good to see you. Christy, good to see you. Electrician, that's a good job, good paying job, fine trade.
All
What do
right.
you think you did?
Mr. McDuffie, I've looked at your criminal history. 2013 theft by shoplifting and a pending case out of Lithonia from December of 2020 for a burglary.
He's an electrician.
I am going to grant a bond. It is going to have special conditions. You're not to have any violent contact with Miss Williams. And it's going to be a regular bond for $1,000. Do you understand that?
Okay. My mother dismissed that case 6 months ago.
All right.
She lifted it up. She uplifted that charge.
I understand. If you're talking about the burglary in Lithonia, that's something you take up with them. I'm just telling you what your criminal history shows.
No. I'm talking about the charge you said now. That was uplifted. She took that off.
Okay. Well, I'm granting you a bond. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes.
You still have no violent contact with Miss Williams.
His mom?
Okay. It's a $1,000 bond.
I wouldn't raise a hand. My mom's almost 80 years old. I wouldn't mess with my mom. She'd still slap me upside the head.
Once you've signed those conditions, that will conclude your hearing.
Domestic violence seems to be the winning, overwhelming choice of the day here in this courtroom. Friday night, people like to fight. Guess Friday night's all right for fighting. Friday night. Ow.
Yes, a good amount, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Newman.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Mr. Newman, you're charged in warrant 22W005273. And that's with possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand that charge against you?
Nice coat.
Yes, sir.
Hang on 1 second. All right.
But my mom, see, she dropped them charges. She said it was okay. Yes. Don't put your hand on your mom's. This guy's got a neat outfit with his jacket and his what appears to be red shorts. He definitely was out drinking and up to no good. I'm just saying. Baby steps, tasty treat. Baby steps. I like that. I will give you a congratulations.
So I've read over the facts of your case.
They might be pink. I think you might be onto something.
I'm looking at your criminal history, Mr. Newman, even though it's extensive, looking at how you came to be charged with this and your voluntary surrender. But let me just share with you your criminal history. You've got a driving with suspended license in 2016, 2017 robbery, aggravated battery, 2019 violation of probation, 2021 parole violation, 2021 violation of probation, 2021 failure to appear, 2022 DUI and reckless driving, fleeing, marijuana possession,
We got
and
Chase.
obstruction. You've got three pending cases. February of 2021, a DUI. August of 2021, driving on a suspended license. August of 2021, driving on a suspended license, marijuana less than an ounce, and possession of drug-related object. There's a warrant for you for violation of probation out of Cobb, which is how I think all of this started based on what I'm reading. I am going to grant a bond.
This fancy outfit fooled me.
It's going to be $100.
$100?
And that is it. That concludes your hearing.
Appreciate you, sir.
$100? You just read me off a list of things this guy's done before. $100. So it's going to be $10 to get yourself out with a bail bondsman. What we have here is a failure to communicate. You know how that makes everybody feel? Like Judge Simpson. Sad. Upset. That one guy, man.
All right, Roosevelt.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Roosevelt. You've got two charges against you. You've got warrant 22W005177 and 78. First one is public indecency. The second is possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand those charges?
Attica.
All right.
You told me that I came down here yesterday. They said it was jurisdiction release on them charges.
Okay. I can't address that. I don't know what went on yesterday, but
Yeah, $100. $100, bud. And he's still got like pending cases, like just hanging over. I would hate to know I had that hanging over my head.
hang on 1 second. All right, Mr. Roosevelt, tell me how long you've lived in Georgia.
12 years.
Okay, what do you do for work?
Uber and DoorDash.
Is she hot? I appreciate anybody that's liked this video or just come by to hang out and say hi. I really appreciate it.
Okay, and who do you live with?
Myself.
Independent.
Any children?
I have 2 adults, 1 toddler. Single dad.
Okay, where's the toddler live? When you say single dad, does he live with you?
Shoot to the rooster, everybody.
So who's got the toddler right now?
Oh shit, that's
Who?
a good question, Yana.
Grandmother, his grandmother.
Oh, okay.
You had to think for a second. Where is the toddler? Good question. Anytime you see a man with custody of a kid, his wife don't have custody, you're like, ooh, what'd she do wrong? Excuse my phone ringing.
All right, I've looked at your criminal history. And it looks like let's see, you've got 3 cycles. In 2015, you had a DUI. You've got a pending case from June of 2020 for DUI. And October of 2020 for simple battery and obstruction, pending case. Looks like the only other thing was a violation of probation way back in 2014. So based on that, I am going to grant a bond. It's going to be $200 on count 1 and $100 on count 2. Do you understand that?
I appreciate it, Mr. West,
All
attorney.
right, there are no special conditions, so that concludes your hearing.
One more question. They told me after they had took the jurisdiction, they said Dunwoody took jurisdiction of the 3 charges that they gave me a bond on. Yesterday,
Uh-huh.
they said I had a failure to appear also.
What?
Okay. So what's your question to me?
Would that be holding me up from allowing me to bond out on the charges you just gave me a bond on?
Your failure to appear, yes, if there's a pending warrant for you somewhere, in some other jurisdiction,
This county, sir.
if it's this county, yes, it could hold you up. And you'd have to go before that judge that you failed to appear in front of, I think. And they,
You're fine, Viking. You're fine. Have a seat.
Mr. Carter, do we have another charge for Mr. Roosevelt? Is there a second pending case?
I wouldn't have brought that up. I've been like,
I'm checking right now, Judge.
Okay.
Mr. Roosevelt had one foot out
Mr.
the
Roosevelt
door.
will check, but for right now, that concludes that particular part of your case. So you have a seat, and when the clerk comes back, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
He's the best in the business. I mean, if you're looking for the drunkest
All right,
Uber
Mr.
driver in
Whitten.
town.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Whitten. Let's see here.
Easy sauce. Have a good day.
Mr. Whitten, you're charged in warrant 22W005239 with theft by receiving. Do you understand that charge against you?
Yes, sir, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. How long have you lived in Georgia, Mr. Whitten?
All my life, 51 years.
So he received some stolen goods, hey? Seems like a hardworking guy. Probably like some stolen tools or stolen chainsaw or something like that.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes, sir, Your Honor, I have 5.
Do they live with you?
2 of them,
2 of them do? How old are they?
5 and 7.
Okay. Who else lives with you?
Their mother, which is
Okay.
my girlfriend, along with Stephen Rhodes.
He's
right.
51 years old and he has 7-year-olds. Oh no.
I've looked at your criminal history, Mr. Whitten. Looks like 2015 theft by shoplifting, another 2015 criminal damage in the second, 2016 violation of probation, 2017 possession of methamphetamine, 2018 another violation of probation, 2018 theft by shoplifting, obstruction of a law enforcement officer. You've got a pending case from November of 2020 for possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand? Well, I've looked at those and considering your ties with Georgia and everything else, I am going to grant a bond. It is going to be $1,000.
When he reads off all these old charges, I'm like, oh hell, he's
It's a
coming in
regular
hot.
bond. There are no special conditions,
And he's like $1,000.
but that's going to conclude your hearing.
Your Honor.
Yeah, lifelong loser. Absolutely, 100%. Nothing but committing one crime after the other. Stolen wood chipper and a freezer.
And Judge, for Mr. Roosevelt, there is a failure to appear for your fingerprinting. That's going to be with the state court.
Okay.
He didn't show up for
All
fingerprint.
right. So, yes, Mr. Roosevelt, there is a pending case that will be dealt with outside of this hearing. Okay.
I'll be able to bond out and address that on my own on the street.
No, that is probably going to hold you up.
No.
They think the thing is 30 to 68. I was calling for almost 2 years, seeing when the court date was. And every time I called, they said they couldn't find anything in the system. So
Unfortunately, I can't deal with that this morning. Okay. Give me 1 second. Have a seat. Deputies, are there any other folks that we need to deal with?
yeah,
There are citations.
and you got Mr. Foster and Neely.
Okay. So, Mr. Foster.
He
Mr.
got him
Foster,
lined
you
up.
are charged in citation 14759-380 ET with failure to appear.
Who the hell's
Hang on.
Rodney St. James? Who the hell's that?
Is that right, Mr. Carter?
Let me double check this, but I believe it is.
Okay.
No, thank you. Nope. Now, if my wife was able to go back and be 20 years old, sure, she could take care of the baby, but not me. Oh no. No. Yeah, he took it bad. He took that real bad. Oh, are you kidding?
Let me check one thing.
Yeah, see, I didn't understand that
I'll
either.
be
I'm like,
right.
and
Mr. Foster, you can have a seat.
I've heard
I
that
just need to
several
check one thing.
times where they're like,
and deputies will be in recess just for 2 or 3 minutes.
they'll go and they'll. All right, so we get. Oh wow, we get a good look at them.
Why yesterday they told me they had jurisdiction over them 2 charges just for him to give me a bond today. They brought me down here yesterday. Everybody went to court. They brought me up. They said Dunwoody took jurisdiction of charges.
Mavis, good to see you. Good morning. That's funny. He got up and he's hot. He is not happy. We get a really good look at our crowd. I mean, I'm not ignoring anybody, by the way. I will look them up. When I'm done with this. This guy really not too happy. He thought he was getting out today. You got this dude here. You got the Tiny Tim right here. He is his feet aren't touching the floor, by the way. He's sitting on that chair and his feet are dangling. This guy's in way worse shape than I thought he was. I thought he was kind of fit. He's kind of working the dad bod. This guy, the career criminal with the white jacket and pink pants on. And you got the this is him in a couple of years. So it's like him, young him, old him. There's the sign up here that we've often wondered what it said. He's mad. I wish they wouldn't have cut the volume off because he is pissed. He is letting them have it. Ooh. A brunch date. That's right. Why are you you're holding me up? I got to get out of here. I got people to see. I'll look them up. The judge had to leave. Had such a hard time. When I was pregnant with the tubes tied at 34. You got pregnant with your tubes tied. If that happened, oh my goodness. I told my wife, I said, look, we're done at 30. I don't want any kids after 30. I don't want to be the old dad chasing around kids. I don't want to go somewhere and somebody say, oh, this your grandchild, your grandson. Now I go out with my grandson and people are like, oh, your son is so cute. And I'm like, no, he's not my son. He's my grandson. People all the time think my daughter is my wife. And when I was that age, I had 3 under 6. Whew. Been married 6 times. Whoa. What are you doing? That's all right. Swing in late. The judge just checked out for a second. He's checking some records. We got this one guy that's standing up that won't shut up at all. He's been just beside himself now that he's learned he is not going to probably be getting out. It's going to take a little longer than I thought. These guys not like the others. I don't know, but man bun back here, his man bun is tight. I mean, tight. I'm wondering, like, you often have to think, I guess the people in orange have been there a good little while, like a couple of hours longer. You would think that dude be over like, sit down, shut up. Oh yeah, they're about to cut loose on choir practice here. By the way, if you missed what we've done so far today, we've already been on 1 hour and 12 minutes. Take a minute, rewind, sit. We've got a quite the assortment of characters today. Yeah, Jurassic Park is here. I hate to say it, but I think I have that same shirt. My defense, I got it at the theme park. Oh my God, it's so quiet. Why are they turning down the volume? I think Judge really had to go just like drop one real quick or had to pee real bad. And just like, hey, I'm slipping out. Fred Franklin, everybody. Double F. Good to see you, bud. He's about to pop. He does look kind of pregnant. He's got like that nice little round pregnancy belly. It's not like, a traditional, man gut. He's got like the little poochy type deal going on. Everybody's got big plans for the weekend, I'm sure. Everybody's thinking the same thing. Uh-huh. Whoa, easy. Think so? Is that what he's doing? Well, hopefully he brought enough for all of them, because if they find out he's got it, they're going to be very upset for not sharing. He does. I thought he had his hands very close to his crotch earlier. I was like, what is he doing? He is finally sitting down. I was waiting for the dude beside him to be like, yank him down. Like, dude, sit down. I ask myself that every day I come in here. I'm like, where are the white women at? And then I say, oh, they're everywhere.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm waiting too. Hey,
Okay.
he's back.
Sorry to keep you all waiting. Mr. Foster, right? You all, there we go. Mr. Foster?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Foster, I've looked at your criminal history. I am going to grant you a bond. It's going to be $1,000. And that is on an FTA for citations. So you've now got a $1,000 bond on that failure to appear.
Excuse me, sir. The failure to appear, I didn't know nothing about it. It's because of coronavirus. I didn't know nothing about it. I had a period where
He was patient zero, Your Honor. He couldn't come.
I didn't know.
Well, I'm
Okay,
glad.
well, it was you were charged with no license, expired tag, seatbelt violation, and concealing the vehicle's identity. Those were the charges. It came up on a calendar, you failed to appear, so I'm going to give you a bond, okay? It's a $1,000 bond, so if you make that bond, you can get out.
Okay.
Right?
All right,
So
how much?
that's it.
I pay $4,000.
It would likely be $150 with a bonding company.
Thank you.
Okay. So the only person we have left is Mr. Neely. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Neely, you're going to have to hang on a second. I'm waiting on the computer to give me your criminal history, your driving record. I don't have that in front of me. So it's going to be another 2 or 3 minutes. So just have a seat, and then we'll get all of you all out of here.
Maybe he's there for soft swinging.
Hey, excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, you have a question?
I just want to ask you, do you know when any of these will go to trial? I mean, it seems like it's just an awful long time to wait, and they seem to, for me, it just keeps compiling, like the lies that she tells. I was just wondering when they're ever supposed to go to trial.
Remind me your name.
Oliver Lewis, the one you didn't give bond to.
You're asking when your case will go to trial?
Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to go to trial for the past 3 years, so they can finally get out open. I mean, I don't have any violent priors. I don't need
Well, you know where we are with trials.
He's been waiting 3 years.
To my detriment.
It is.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell you that. If you've got an attorney, I would talk with the attorney.
I have an attorney who's fully paid, Mike Maloof. I'm sure you've heard of him. I don't.
Okay. Well, listen, I can't give you any legal advice. I'm not the person to talk to. You need to talk with your attorney.
I'm curious as to when you thought the trials would begin. You know, like,
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you.
Your Honor.
Walter, good to see you. Irish
We're
Dublin,
going to
good
be in
to see you.
recess for a minute. I'll be back in just a minute.
Judge is like, yep, quit asking questions.
Non-judiciary on one of my charges.
What is that? It's just a signature.
right.
You don't have to pay nothing, just hire them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Other four, yeah.
I got a question. I got money on my book. They're gonna take it off, pay my bond automatically.
No, you don't.
What do I have to do? Can't do that.
You have to authorize that.
Oh, how do I authorize?
Let them know when you go back to your take. Hey, I have.
How much
enough
money he got
to
on
put
his
out.
books?
Now, by the way, if you have a bond, there's some additional costs that come with that.
It's just $100. I mean, I have to pay
Okay,
them.
so it'll be probably $150.
Okay. So mine is $1,000.
Well, you gotta go through a bonding company. It's gonna be, yeah,
About 190 altogether.
huh?
About 190.
Maybe.
50% plus 20.
It depends on the bonding company you go through.
So if I had
I
the
love
money,
listening to this.
what can I do?
You
Part
got
of it?
$1,000.
No.
No, I got 250.
No,
You want to do that?
no, you didn't have a cash out.
No. I have.
Oh, they turned it off. Damn it. I wanted to hear some more of that. That's good stuff. That's A+ material. That's what it was. Absolutely. Yeah, he keeps slipping out on us, man. I'm trying to wrap this up, and he's, I can't leave a man behind. Our guy with the fake stars. Hallelujah. I don't even know if I have a hallelujah over here. All I have over here is megaluya. I don't know why I don't have regular hallelujah.
$2 cash.
I don't know why I don't. He's had way too much to drink already this morning. Top Raymond. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you're just being arrested for a little while, why are you putting money on the books? You know what I'm saying? The guy in the white shirt, the white jacket and the pink pants said he got arrested. He got arrested last night, but yet he's got money on the books. Is it from the last time he was here? Taking everybody out but that guy. And then there was one. Fake stars, we appreciate them. I like the real likes, though. If you can give us some of those. We work very hard around here to try and provide content. Be it good or bad, we work hard to get it out. Well, now we get to look at this sorry, lonesome rascal. Just remember this really quick.
What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending.
So remember that. These are all real folk. Real. There's a piece of that. So I asked about what's on the back wall. It's a piece of paper with something written on it. I can't read it. I could make up something like a lie and tell you what it says. It says there'll be no smoking while waiting to see the judge. This is a no parking zone. It is for loading and unloading only. Maybe. Sumo wrestlers are allowed to have man buns. He is not a sumo wrestler. Billy, I think you're onto something. He is not a sumo wrestler. But man, he had it pulled nice and tight. Yeah, we got him just waiting by himself.
Okay. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Neely.
What about all of us?
All right. It is Mr. Neely, right? All right. And if there's a deputy there, can you all unmute? Got it? Okay. So, Mr. Neely, let me pull yours back up.
Yes.
You're charged in citation 250715546 with DUI. Do you understand that charge against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. How long have you lived in Georgia?
All my life.
What do you do for work?
I'm an attorney, Your Honor, civil litigation.
Okay. How long have you been barred?
7 years.
Okay.
6 or 7 years.
All right. Well, Mr. Neely, the only thing I see on your record is a 2014 speeding. So I am going to grant that bond. It's going to be $1,000. There are no special conditions. So that concludes your hearing. We'll get that paperwork signed and over to the jail. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Have a good one. All right.
Have a great one. And that's what I'm going to say to you guys. Have a good one, because I'm getting out of here. You guys have a great rest of your day. Creed may be on later. Who knows? Anything's possible around this crazy house. I'm going to, adjourn this session. I appreciate everybody that come by and hung out with us for a little Saturday court. Judge Axum, fair, generous, and just a swell guy. Well, I'll be back on Monday at 1 p.m. Yes, 1 p.m. Mikey's. Think about it. 1 p.m. for We Got a Case. Until next time, please remember, look at all this. This is the kind of stuff we watch around here. Degenerates. Until next time, please remember.
Too sweet!
You're welcome. Good to see everybody. Hugh, glad you're here. TK, Sharon and Rick. No voyeur. Nope, I got somewhere to go. Freebird. If I leave here tomorrow. No problem. No problem. Takes a treat. You take care. Eric, hang in there like a hair in a biscuit. Kim may be on later. You think so? I don't think so.